What's up, Crypto Crew, and welcome back, or if this is your first time, I'm Captain Crypto Might, actively escaping the Matrix, scoping out the crypto ocean. So if you like your odds, get on the boat, stay up to date, thumbs up, and join the hunt.
Into the boat!
Crypto Crew, today we're diving deep into the world of Kaspa with another special guest on the XXIMPodcast, Christian Ludwig. He is the founder of a company ranked number 256 on the INC 5000 list of the fastest growing private health companies in the United States. And in this chat with Ankit, Christian talks about his journey in crypto mining and how he eventually got into Kaspa. Stay tuned, Crypto Crew.
Give me a second, I'll switch it up.
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Before we continue, Crypto Crew, I'd like to remind you to protect your crypto assets. Practicing self-custody is necessary, and in my opinion, your best option is the Tengen wallet. Plug and play, easy to use, and the most affordable cold storage. You can get 10% off using code Crypto Crew. Link in the description box below. Thanks so much for your consideration and support in advance, and may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you all.
I first discovered Kaspa because I was involved in the mining community, and that's how I found it. So right. I've been in crypto since 2017. I got involved in mining after the 2021 bull run. I remember I started my partner and I's LLC, Compound Hash Rate, the first day of 2022. So January 1st of 2022. Kaspa was 2 months old at the time. I didn't find it right then. I wish I did. Yeah. But I found it extremely early, and I was in a fortuitous situation to enter the asset. As soon as we started the mining company and invested like $250,000 of GPUs, we were actually, both my partner and I, we were running them in our house. We had rigs of GPUs scattered across our houses with like the air conditioning on full blast. And we were mining Ethereum. And 1 month into mining Ethereum and buying all these GPUs, which we actually bought them at like record prices, Vitalik announced the shift from proof of work to proof of stake. So that was a big, oh crap moment.
So this is before Kaspa then, right?
Correct. And Vitalik announced that, okay, there's no more mining. We're going to save the world and do proof of stake. And ever since then, their dominance has fallen dramatically and it's not been a positive for Ethereum's project, in my opinion. I was kind of just like, so is this the end of the road? Because all the other coins you could mine just weren't very profitable while Ethereum was. So he's like, let's just continue to mine until July when they actually do the transition to proof of stake. We didn't find Kaspa then. It didn't really have much socials. It's kind of like you had to be introduced to it.
Yeah.
Because it was like 700 on the top rank, 1,000 right? Cryptos. Yeah, it was a sub $20 million market cap. And people were just mining it and trading it over the counter. Yes, we were mining Ethereum, weren't able to anymore. The only coin that we could mine that was profitable was Flux, which is a DePIN cloud infrastructure. And it was barely profitable the whole time. And one day, happily and serendipitously, Flux tweeted about Kaspa and tagged the main account, basically saying that some Kaspa nodes are now hosted on Flux, making Kaspa even more decentralized, because basically people can host their nodes on a DePIN versus an AWS server. I started to research and I started to like not find any issues. This is very strange. This is too good to be true.
This is too good to be true, right?
Pretty quickly, we switched all of our GPUs over to Kaspa. And then I personally had just sold my company, and I took a good chunk of that capital, actually about 35% of that sale capital, only 2 weeks after researching it. I dollar cost average $1.3 million at an average price of 0.005.
I don't know if many people are aware of it, but you were recognized as the Inc. 500 entrepreneur in the pest control business, which is what you're mentioning, right?
It's completely different, but it's similar in some aspects.
Right.
It's recurring revenue. Our pest control business was kind of a newer model on pest control. It was almost a marketing company just as much as it was a pest control company. because we specialized in door-to-door sales. So we had a very good go-to-market strategy, and that's what allowed us. We were on the Inc. 5000 list for 4 years, but 1 year we were the 256th fastest growing private company in the United States of America. And we were the fastest growing pest control company and the second fastest growing environmental service company in the nation. After I sold the business, I was looking for something different, and I had already started the mining company, 8 months prior to selling the pest control company. And they're extremely similar. It's like I had all these employees who would go out and get pest control customers, which had a certain lifetime value of net profits. And with mining, you have all your employees, but
The miners.
they don't talk back to you. They don't
Miners.
talk back to you. They don't go to HR. They just work. and they're getting your business. They're hashing blocks, and it's recurring revenue. So it's kind of the same thing. And I can use all the same KPIs like, CAC to LTV and bust out a P&L and see how the business is doing. There's definitely more strategy and less hard work involved, but it's challenging just the same.
There were a few other coins like Ravecoin was there, Monero, all the proof of work, right?
Reptonium.
Reptonium, like there were a few actually, and they were profitable at, I think Ravecoin was profitable in 2022, 2020, even 2023 till. Were you doing research on everything, or is this happened to be that you learned it on Kaspa?
Yeah, out of necessity, because Ethereum was going away. I think if Ethereum wasn't transitioning just from pure laziness, we'd continue to mine it because it was so much more profitable than everything else. Yeah. I think because Ethereum switched to proof of stake, it was a huge net positive for Kaspa. Yeah. But the issue is institutions, because Kaspa was so good, and because it was an accumulation of 10 plus years research on scaling Bitcoin. Yeah, that launched 1 year prior to the Ethereum switch to proof of stake. Institutions piled into investing into Kaspa mining. And luckily I was there before all of that came to fruition. We were able to mine on GPUs and accumulate a good bag. We were able to mine on FPGAs for 3 weeks before
crazy.
ASICs came out. And even right when the ASICs came out, we bought the first Bitmains. Yep. And we were able to mine extremely profitably for a little while. But because Kaspa was so good, you had Bitmain, you had companies starting out of nowhere like Ice River, who everyone, including myself, thought was a scam. We thought it was a scam because they're like, no way an ASIC manufacturer, a brand new ASIC manufacturer, invested millions of dollars into a new algorithm to come up with an ASIC, and they're willing to take all these risks. It's like, no, it's a scam, but it's not. It was legitimate and there was money behind it. And then you have Marathon and you have all these Bitcoin miners who invested in Kaspa mining. It was very profitable for a long time. I remember in 2023, even with the ASICs, we had a 90% net profit margin on the year. Yeah. Which is ridiculous. It's unheard of. It's just so many people invested into mining. And even myself, I'm guilty. I sold a portion of my portfolio in Kaspa at 0.15. I sold $8 to $10 million worth to buy miners. And in retrospect, that was a terrible mistake. Because I didn't realize just how many other people were doing that. And then all of a sudden the hash rate soars to 1.5 petahash. And then Trump with the tariffs and the Fed not cutting rates, and then just a bad macroeconomic situation. The FOMO into Kaspa mining from everyone and their mother, and then the poor macroeconomic situation, it just led to this past year being not great for mining. And it's not even that bad. It's not as bad as people make it seem. It's bad for the home miners just because they don't have cheap electricity. But even right now, if you have sub 7 cent electricity, if you have KS5, you're profitable. We get some FUD for a rapid emission schedule and, hash rate's going down or mining's not profitable right now. I'm like, well, we just getting out of the worst altcoin bear market. These past 6 months is the worst quick altcoin bear market ever. And market makers are going to let Kaspa go during that amount of time, during that period of time. And our hash rate was astronomical for this coin being released just 3 years ago. This is why I tell people is homeostasis needs to happen, and that everything needs to kind of balance itself out. And that's perfectly normal for mining. And we saw that with Bitcoin when it went down 80% in 2014, I think it was. And yeah, it just seems like, a lot of these Bitcoin maxis who are trying to dunk on us, since they don't have any tangible arguments, they just post a screenshot of the last 6 months hash rate and price. That's a valid argument.
Shout out to Christian Ludwig for sharing his incredible story and insights into Kaspa's explosive growth and mining revolution. Shout out to Ankit and the XXIM podcast. They've been putting in work as of lately. You can watch the full episode with Christian Ludwig in the link below.
Dude, really? Still here? Come on, Kaspa smart contracts are live.
I'll revisit to make some more parts of this episode, including excerpts in which Christian Ludwig sheds his light on the recent Kaspa Bitcoin discussions and how this will impact Kaspa in time. Stay tuned for more deep dives and inspiring stories right here on your Crypto Crew. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
Stick around.
Fix your mind before you get to the grind. And with that said, let's continue to escape the matrix. Let's continue to be on the lookout for the next big thing on the crypto ocean. Grow in grace, and let's make some crypto waves. Say I.